Alright, yeah, hey, how's it going, everybody? We are at the Blue Beacon in Dallas, Texas right now. About time to go pick up our load. It is just after 10 a.m. I have an 11 a.m. appointment time at the Americold facility here in town. Got this JB Hunt contractor to deal with, and crap. That's what I hate dealing with, trying to come out of here. It's always somebody coming from one direction or the other. I get an opening on one side, and then it closes on the other. Alright, I'm gonna have to kind of force my way, and I'm not gonna be held up by constantly a new truck coming out. Alright, so Americold in Dallas, it's been a bit since I've been there, but I mean, Google is saying that it's been about 3 or so years, but I think it's more recent than that, but that's not super recent. It's probably been at least a year, but definitely not 3 years. I don't know. Alright, so way we're going to get over to this shipper. We're going to get on eastbound I-20 right here. A couple of ways we can go to get over there. Actually, I can go west. Yeah, go back to the west where I came from and then head north on I-35E toward downtown and head east on I-30. But I know there's traffic problems over there in the downtown area that I don't want to deal with. Whereas if I go this way, go up to, I think it's 6, now I just got a green arrow now. Okay, if we go up this way to 635, I take 635 around to US 80 and come west on 80. It's kind of backtrack a little bit, but there are no traffic delays that I'll have to deal with. Let me pull my map back up. Everybody, why is my thing not? I can't stand the way Google Maps did their updates, because I like looking at only the map only. Yeah, this guy's all right. He was. I didn't want to pull out in front of him, but looked like he was already low enough on his speed where it wasn't such a big deal. And he was getting ready to move over until he realized that I was accelerating pretty fast. So I did him a big favor as well. Alright, turn my side guard crap back off. Pretty sure it was 635. Because I-45 and 635 are both right here in the area. And, okay, yeah, 45 is actually the one I was thinking of. I could even take 45 up to Highway 12. I take 12 across and up, but yeah, I don't really want to do that though. Or it's surface streets. Actually, I could have even just taken Bonneview Road straight up. That's the street that the Blue Beacon and Flying J are on. Could have just taken that straight up, but it's actually not a truck route in between where Flying J is and Highway 12. And I think either way, I think I would be able to get there faster by taking the 20 up to 635 to 80 west. Alright, I already had a lot I talked about on the last video, so I might try to save you guys a little bit of time here. Not a heck of a lot I really have to talk. I don't know. It's there's stuff I can talk about, but I'll just do a couple of random things, I guess. Or you know what? Actually, something more recent. How about the Chinese spy balloons or the balloons? All right. So I know there was a lot of talk about, you know, like a lot of criticism of the president, why he didn't order that that balloon got shot down while it was still in Montana. And you know, I don't really, I can't really say that it was a bad decision that he made. I mean, why take the risk? They already taken, there was nothing that balloon was going to be able to see that, that couldn't get picked up by the satellites when they pass over. And actually, the longer they wait and watch it, the more intel they get on it as well. I mean, the U.S. government can actually pick up intel on what it's actually trying to do, what its capabilities are and all that before it even got shot down. So I didn't really see it as such a big deal. It's it's a cat and mouse game, a chess match that's always been going on between Russia and the U.S. and between China and the U.S. Or even Korea, actually. You have that demilitarized zone, the DMZ, in between North and South Korea. American troops there in South Korea constantly getting tested by North Korean troops just to see how they what kind of reaction they get, and vice versa. Same thing here with Chinese balloon stuff. I'm sure part of it is not just so much the balloon necessarily as it is how long does it take the U.S. to react to it, how are they going to react to it, all this kind of stuff. And, you know, and then that was a pretty big balloon that got shot down at first, but zoom that in some. Now those other ones, they were smaller in size. They said the first one was as big as like 3 buses. I guess the first one, the second one, the other ones, I guess, were about the size of a small car or something, they said. And the main concern on those were that they were flying at 40,000 feet, which is right in that neighborhood where a lot of commercial airliners fly at. So that was a much more, a much bigger safety concern. You know, when you have this big-ass balloon that's easy to see and is flying at 62,000 feet, where the only thing flying at that altitude are military aircraft, and it can be, and not much going on up at that. Even then, not all military aircraft are going to fly at that altitude anyway. Now, it poses little safety risk by, staying up there at that altitude. And like I said, the longer it stays in the air, the longer the U.S. has to pick up intel on what its mission is, or what its targets are, and all that kind of stuff, and what it's capable of dealing with, what kind of winds it's able to resist, counter, whatever, travel against, and maneuver against, and all this. There's a whole bunch of intel that they could be value that they could be trying to pick up from it. So, and don't forget that the president always has the chairman. I mean, they have the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Or all these high-level generals from all the different branches of the military. It also has all these cabinet advisors and stuff. Or actually, you know what? Shit, I forgot. I'm used to getting on I-20. I stand on I-20 right here, and having to stay left for that. This guy's not helping me out. This guy's going too slow, man. This third lane over, shit. This guy's trying to come over to I-20, isn't he? Come on. Damn it. This guy just, I don't know what this guy in the brown pickup's doing. I thought he was getting ready to cut me off, so made me really concerned about trying to work my way around this white pickup when I know that this brown, when I had to film this brown pickup guy was going to possibly cut me off. Alright, but anyway, I kind of wonder also if that's going to be like a scale down operation as well, where, because usually when they have a prototype, they start small and then they eventually scale it up in size, but sometimes prototypes actually get scaled down. Case in point, look at computer technology. Early supercomputers were gigantic in size, And nowadays, my own, your own phone, mine sitting right here, is probably faster than that initial supercomputer, and it's I can fit in my pocket. So that's a scaling down operation there, where, and I'm kind of wondering if the Chinese government kind of has the same thing that they're trying to accomplish with these balloons, where maybe they're trying to make them where they're smaller and smaller, but able to, so they're harder to detect, and it's kind of a stealth technology. I need to get out of this lane eventually, but I'm kind of stuck here for now. All these slower trucks. It's like I'm not moving over until I get around these slower trucks. It's a 70 mile an hour zone. These guys are not doing 70, so why should I sit behind them? But anyway, yeah, they could be working on trying to make them more micro in size or something, and see if they can have them fly at altitudes that don't pose a safety risk to commercial flights, but are, so they're hard to detect, and they have sensors and shit on them where they can pick up communications, or a better view, better picture view or video view of stuff on the ground that they're interested in than what a satellite can do, perhaps. There's a lot of question marks here, so I don't see anything wrong with waiting for them to, having them wait until it gets over uninhabited area, and even better, they shot it down over shallow water, so it was easy to recover as much as they could. So that's just my thought on it. Being a veteran myself and understanding some bits about intel and all that. I'm just speculating here, though, guys. So I don't know for sure if that's what was going on with their, in their minds. But I'm pretty sure that, to some extent, he was being advised by the Joint Chiefs of Staff to not shoot it down until it gets over the water. So there's so they can pick up what other intel value they can out of it before they actually don't have a chance to do it anymore. We're not too far from US 80. Looks like there's an accident at Centerville here on 635 North. It's actually just past 80. I can see on the map where it is supposedly at, or the area that it's at. Looks like it's right around where... no, it's actually on the other side of I-30. So it's not going to be a concern for me, but... yeah, if I were to continue on, like, say, down over around toward DFW Airport or some shit, it'd be a lot more valid concern. Alright, US 80, 1.5 miles away. Exit 6 Alpha and Bravo. Let me get moved over around that charger there. I almost swear this guy's coming over, I bet. I bet you anything this guy wants over. He's not going to drop in behind a utility truck if he's not wanting over into my lane, so I went ahead and backed off and let him over. I know it's inevitable anyway. Alright, we are going to get on to westbound US 80 over here. Head back toward downtown Dallas. And right before we get to Interstate 30, what is that street called? Big something. I can't remember. It's Big something if I remember right, though. That street right there is where we're going to get off at. It's not the most truck-friendly exit in the world, but it'll have to do. Texas Roadhouse. Good place to eat. Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. No, that's right. I've seen those around here. I just Never been to one before. And I can't quite see which way I need to go. So westbound. I'm gonna get off my ass car. So I couldn't see over the top of this truck in front of me to see what sign was pointing to where. And that's one of those cases where if you can't read the sign until you're too close, you're probably following the other guy too closely. So I was kind of backing off a little bit to try to create a little bit more space so I could see that sign, which sign was, like, which one was the eastbound sign and which one was westbound sign a little bit sooner. And thankfully I was able to read it just on time before that white car decided to try to go around me on the right. Because they don't have common sense or they just don't give a shit. It's like I'm over in the right lane. What do you think I might be doing? I might be getting on 80 and you're not sure which side I'm going to get on. It's probably a good idea to make absolutely certain you know which direction I'm going to go before you go trying to go around me. Alright. Yeah. Let's see, Townies. Oh, God. Come on, guy. 53 miles an hour? Seriously? 55. Maybe he was backing off for the other truck. I don't know. Alright, it's a very short distance. You can see the downtown Dallas skyline straight up ahead. And we're going to be getting off the freeway well before that. In fact, we're only like maybe an exit or a couple of exits away from where we want to be. Actually, I could even use this next exit up here. I might even just do that. Because that exit, or that big whatever exit is, to me it's a pain in the ass. This Fuel City, there's a Fuel City off this exit. Actually, that's where I usually scale my load out at. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Show you this route here. So I can get off here and then cross over and then go right past Fuel City and go right down the street. And it's it's just a straight shot in. And then it's a left turn to my customer. Okay, Big Town Drive, Big Town Boulevard. That's the one I was talking about. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a cloverleaf looking. Yeah, I want southbound Town East Boulevard. I could even stay on this service road and take it all the way down to Big Town if I want to, but yeah, I can show you both ways really. 'Cause I don't think I'm gonna have this video going all the way up until I scale the load at Fuel City. So why not just use this exit here and I'll show you where the Fuel City is and how to get from Fuel City to the shipper. I want to say the traffic on this road is just a tad lighter than the other one also. Alright, yep, we got just this pickup here and we're good. I like using my hood mirror a lot to watch where my tandems are when I'm working my way around a curve. Because when I'm looking at my hood mirror, I have a better peripheral view of the street here in front of me too. Alright, this street right here. Now here's Fuel City right in front of us. Again, this is where I usually, a lot of times I'll get fuel here too. It's not a bad price. It looks like it's $3.80 something a gallon right now. $3.86, $3.82. I couldn't tell what it said, but so I got polarized sunglasses on. But yeah, you can scale your load out here. It's a very short distance. There's no excuse not to scale if you're picking up at this shipper. Alright, let's Let's have fun with this right there. It's an easy truck turn to make. As you see, the intersection there is rounded. Let's go ahead and stay in this middle lane now. So it's even easier to make that turn then. Alright, now the light you see up ahead, it should be Big Town right there. Let this Suburban go by. I'm going to need in the left lane pretty soon here. I figured I'll wait for him to go by first, if he'll ever do it. I think he's being a sissy now because he sees the cop up here. Okay, this light here is not Big Town. The next one is Big Town. Come on. Come on, look at this. Alright, next intersection that we're going to hit, we're going to turn left. I believe it's right in front of that warehouse over here on the right. Take my glasses off to make sure I don't overshoot it. I think these trees right over here. Oh wait, no. Right where you see that truck turning right now, on the other side of the street, that's where we're going to turn. Now it should be Catron Drive or Catron Street or whatever it is. Yeah, so you got the FedEx facility right here. Man, these trees concern me here. But I have to be over here so I can make my turn. Alright, look like we have a mess of trucks here. They do have a staging area over here that you can park in, but it's pretty full right now. I can't tell what's there. Of course, I can't see around the other JCT. Yeah, there's another spot up there for the... I don't know if this guy's gonna end, if he's waiting for someone to back in so he can go through the lane or what. Now there's no parking signs here, but if I have to get checked in, I have to get checked in. Where am I supposed to go if I can't get into the staging lot or there's nowhere to park in the staging lot? Okay, so yeah, this guy he was out of his truck and yeah, I don't know if he was talking to somebody or going or what. Or no, I don't think he's going. He's probably might have been trying to discuss something with whoever is blocking him. 'Cause I see an opening right there. Right there's that container truck right there, and there's plenty of space right there. So. I don't know if he can't make his turn because this Black International or whatever it says up here, I bet that guy's trailer's in his way. He's probably wanting him to move his truck so he can actually make his turn. Now, if this guy had came from my direction, I think there was a better chance he could have made that turn. But for the way he's positioned there, it looks like he probably came from the other side. So, Nice mess here that Meadowlark transport created here. This guy in front of me is trying to get into the lot. There's plenty of room over there. This guy is completely blocking the entrance, so this guy can't get parked. I can't even get into the lot so I can park myself and check in. I'm gonna have to call the shipper and tell him, hey, I'm here, but I can't get parked because this guy, Meadowlark Transport. Great job, Bonehead. Meadowlark, what the hell were you thinking, blocking the entire damn staging lot to go check in? Fucking moron. Okay, so I thought it was this hay trucking guy. This guy was having a hard time getting around, but turned out he had nothing to do with it. The guy here in front of me wanted to get in the lot, but that Meadowlark trucking guy, who you might have seen that video, the clip of, was totally blocking the lane. Alright, let's see where this...
I'm going to need to back up in a second here. Looks like I'm going to have some space though.
No problem, yeah, I'll wait for you.
Are you next to the Swift truck? This is the Swift truck.
Yeah, you're in the staging area, the guy just came in behind?
Are you in the gray Freightliner?
Correct.
Okay, you go ahead and go first, boss. Are you going to the dock or are you parking?
I'm planning on parking behind or in front of you, wherever you end up stopping.
Okay, back up so I can get out, and then you can just take the spot I'm in.
Okay, so you're in Swift or the container?
I'm in the Swift truck. I got to go to the dock.
Oh, okay, that'll work. Alright, I'm backing up. Yeah, that's definitely a case where CVs are nice to have.
Copy that, driver. Copy that. If you can back up almost out into the street, I want to back up pretty far so I can actually make this maneuver I'm going to have to make. How does it look in front of me? Am I going to be able to get through there?
Yeah, you can, you should be fine. If you want to back up a little bit, I'll just, if I back up too much, my header board's going to get too close to your trailer.
Yeah, copy that. Stand by.
You got room to back up some if you want, and I'll let you know. Oh, hopefully you're gonna be able to get your left steer tire out of that ditch.
Oh, hang on. No, I am not. I am definitely not. I'm gonna need a recovery probably.
Okay, try steering hard left, go forward a little bit, and then come back harder.
It's on the rim, that's the problem.
Ah, crap, alright.
I need help out here. There's damage, there's gotta be.
Alright, so it turned out, so the Swift driver, he's brand new to trucking. He got his left steer tire stuck in the mud there. And it's pretty deep. He's not getting out of there without a winch out. Go ahead and we'll get my my tandems to dive down in here as much as we can first. Don't know if we'll be able to get it in there, but we can try. Okay, now I'm intentionally going back to where I can only see that gap there between my trailer and this guy here. Gotta watch this guy's mirror too. I'll probably have to reset. Definitely gonna have to go because this kind of parallel park is higher risk. Now, see, I can't. I got the Tandems where I want them in a better spot, but I can't follow it in because I'm too close to this guy. I can't maneuver, so. But I do need them to go further over. I gotta be careful about getting too close to the other guy as well. I'm gonna have to go here pretty fast, I think. I gotta get a look over on this side. Alright, let me reset. Go hard right and forward. Not much room to work with here, so yeah, that's ain't gonna work. I think. Hey, truck, can you get radio on?
Yeah, I'm in the ditch. You guys are all gonna have to go around. I need recovery.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if Hey Truckin' behind me has radio on. If he can spot me in. Alright, looks like he's getting out of his truck now. Pull forward. Now, I don't know if I have room. Let me make sure the guy behind me has room to get around me. Oh, actually, it looked like this guy pulled forward, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull ahead. The closer I can get my Tandems over the curb, the better off we'll be. The easier it'll be for other people to maneuver, including Hey Truckin'. It was definitely very helpful for him to get out. It turned out he actually used to drive for JCT. I was just talking to him for a second there. I'm thanking him for help, and I was trying to find out if the guy who was coming in behind me was going to was going to try to go around me, and I wanted to be sure he was going to fit if he was going to do that. There we go. Yeah, he's pulling forward now also. This helps a lot too when everyone pulls forward as you get closer. If someone pulls away, it's a lot easier when if you stay around and then just pull forward as there's any kind of gap to work with. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get checked in though. We'll see how things go. All right, guys, we are ready to dock in. Practice here. Oh, why am I
Look, it's swimpy in the ditch. Yeah, go ahead and say it. I know.
Where am I? Why are my Tandems rolling? Oh, now they're. Oh, come on. me see this. Alright, I need to slam my tandems, but they're not sliding. I don't know if that slack adjuster issue that I talked about had something to do with it. I might have to adjust that brake before I get docked in. I'm going to stay below 5 also, so I don't put myself into driving or non-duty status when I creep up here. Anyway, minus 10 degrees, tandems all the way back, leave doors shut. That's how they want me set up. Oops, come on. Oh. Trying to get my AC on. It's 74 degrees here right now. And I might I'll need either a wheel chock to help me get the tandem slid, or adjust those slack adjusters. That might be what I need, because yeah, my trailer brake's still set right now, and I'm, you know, my wheels are all rolling, so it's not necessarily an adjustment. It could also be the parking brake valve itself is not functioning properly. Something I do plan to do a separate video on soon. Nope, I'm not doing Glendale. Glendale, California number, nope. I don't know anybody from there. Hopefully there are wheel chocks. I don't see any here, but oh, there's one here in front of door 24. Let's see what this guy is doing first. He's trying to set up a straight back. Well, these tandems are not sliding. I'll just go ahead and push my brakes back in. Release the trailer brakes again. There's a certain sound I'm going to be looking for here. I want to hear 2 sounds when I set that brake. If I don't hear that, then I know there's a problem with the valve. If I hear 2 sounds, you know, like that's what I want to hear. If I just hear a I know, then I know the valve is not working right and it's not letting the air back out of the brake chambers. This guy needs to reset again because he hasn't set his brakes yet, but he gestured for me to go ahead and go first. This is going to be door 20 is perfect. A nice straight back setup here right in front of the driveway. Not far off. Alright. Let's get backed up. I think that's a wheel chock I see over there, that red thing there. I can always use it to alright, now you will have to open your doors before you dock in, but I'm going to get far enough back but not necessarily touching the dock door. Let me see if I can get my tandems to slide now. Like I said, I'm going to need the wheel chock to get them to slide though. Okay, so it sounded like I did get the sound I was expecting. So we'll see what we can do with this, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to go out there with my wrench set and adjust all the brakes to get the tandems to slide for me. Yeah, see, it's... Okay. So we have a problem here. I just can't get these trailer brakes to set. Doesn't mean the service brake side of it doesn't work. It just means that the parking brake side of it won't engage. But is it from adjustment or from something else? We'll go ahead and make that adjust the one that's bad first, that I know for sure is no good, and then we'll see if that fixes it. If not, I'll check the adjustment on all of them. And I'll show you how to do that real quick. I do have a video that gets watched regularly on exactly how to do this, but since I got this problem anyway, and you could be learning about this situation here from this video, we'll go ahead and kind of demonstrate how to fix that. Alright, so I'm going to need to use this. Come on, it'll let me out. But actually, adjustable jaw wrench just in case, because sometimes I need that. Sometimes use this as well, but I find sometimes you get those little freaking square bolts that my tools don't work on it. Hang on, I need to get. Hang on. Might refer to it as Crescent wrench, but Crescent is the name of a company. It's not actually what the wrench is called. Okay, here's our slack adjuster. See all that going on there? It didn't look right. Now, want the brakes released when you're doing this. Okay, this nut right here on the back side of it. Now, this should be adjusting itself, but it's not. See, it was out of adjustment. I have to double check that I have the brakes released, because I'm just going to turn it that way and then turn it back about a quarter of a turn, and that's it. But I need to double check that I have the trailer brakes released, because I thought there was a huge gap there before, and I'm kind of wondering if I can't properly do this adjustment if the brakes are set. Yeah, these brakes are set. Maybe there was something wrong with that picture there. Okay, now we'll look better. See that gap there between the pad and the drum? We don't want to see that. If we see that, there's a really good chance that it's out of adjustment. Not necessarily the case, but it could be. Now, these hex bolt style, I'm going to turn it. So yeah, this is way, I don't know why it's so far off. Slack adjuster is probably no good, but and I tried to get it fixed, but I'm not going to show up late to a shipper over one brake out of adjustment. Okay, now it's blinding. Go ahead and back it off a quarter of a turn. This one looks like it might be out of adjustment too, or it might be okay, but it's close enough. I'm going to go ahead and adjust it anyway, especially when the tandems don't want to sit. Taco truck, or whatever that is. Yeah, grandma's burritos. Alright. Might as well do all four of these, because they all look like they are not exactly the greatest. These look like they, I don't know. That's kind of borderline as well. Just go ahead and adjust them all, because obviously something's not allowing the tandems to lock up. And alright, last one. Switch hands here. brakes are acting like they're out of adjustment. Come on. Alright. We should have the winner now. Alright. Oh yeah, we have a winner, but it just had to get the pins to release. Alright. Perfect. Yeah, see, that's all it was a brake adjustment needed. Come on, why are the brakes not releasing? Yeah, that valve I think has issues too. So I want to show you something else here. There was a little bit of a delay here with the second sound I was telling you about. Something else here I look for. If the trailer is equipped with it, they don't all have them, but this is a paddle right here. If it's up here against this plate, you know, this truck assembly, I guess you can call it, or well, not many know the axle housing, whatever. If it's up against that, it's set. Now this paddle comes up here, across that torque tube down to the other paddle. Now when the brakes are released, it comes out like that. But now, so these, and the slack adjusters, you can see they're leaning forward and not back. So that's what we want to see when the brakes are set. Alright, when the brakes are released, they should be extended. I mentioned like not every trailer is going to have that paddle set up there. If it does, great, and it makes it easier to tell if they're set or released. But if they don't, you're going to have to look at the slack adjuster, which direction that slack adjuster is pointing, and see how much of a gap there is between the pad and the drum. Alright guys, we are done loading. Pull away from the door so he can I'm going to close the doors so he can seal it, and I can slide the tandems back where I want them. It should be good, right? Hopefully that's far enough. I think I'm going to have more issues with this trailer parking brake. Alright, he said go ahead and wait here for them to call me. Let me see if I can get these tandems to slide though. Gotta wait on that. It's not a very heavy weight on there. It's only got about 28,000 on the drives, and the tandems are go a little bit further forward. That should be fine. Yeah, the last pallets are not even super close to the trailer, to the back of the trailer, so looks like it's going to probably be a lighter load. I don't know, maybe we'll guess about 65,000 pound gross. I had to take a wild guess, somewhere in that ballpark. 27 on my gauge right now. Let's see if I don't think yeah, see, I'm still having issues with this trailer parking brake. It's not, like I was saying, when you pull the red valve, you should be hearing two sounds. kind of sound. And it's intermittent. Sometimes I hear that second sound, sometimes I don't. And when I don't, no surprise I'm not getting the result I'm expecting, which is the tandems locking up. See what I mean? You only heard that. Now it's coming out. It's delaying. It's sticking. So it means the trailer parking brake valve is probably no good and needs to be replaced. So that's one of those, if you ever have trouble sliding your tandems because the tandems are rolling when they're not supposed to be, don't necessarily assume that it's a problem with the brake adjustment or other parts of the brake system. Because it very well could just be that one valve there at the front of the reservoir not allowing the pressure that's in the brake chambers to vent back out like it's supposed to. The paddles were forward, but if they're, you know, again, if there's pressure still trapped in the brake chambers because the valve won't let them out, that's what's going to happen there. Alright, we'll hang out and wait for them to call, then we'll get out of here. Alright guys, we are ready to roll out of here. So as low as, I think I mentioned earlier, is going to Casa Grande, Arizona. Which is about halfway between Phoenix and Tucson.
A new message has arrived. Message 111. Received today at 1:35 p.m. Fleet message if you made a Valentine S-Day flower order.
Let's do that. I don't do Valentine's Day.
Stay safe out there, JCT. I appreciate you, brother.
You bet. Have a good trip, too. Alright. Hang on. I noticed this camera, it has issues when I am using my, when I use my CB, I notice it has problems where it gets interference from the CB. So I try to minimize use of the CB while I'm driving, and why is the camera look like it's at a weird angle, like it's falling off or something? No, it's not. I think it might be the camera inside, because it's inside a housing. I think it rotated a little bit, so I'll have to fix that a little bit later on. Let me double check what the passenger side looks like. Yeah, passenger side looks okay. And that dude, can he make that turn a little wider than necessary? Alright, now normally I would want to take US 80 and I-30 over to downtown Dallas. Shut up! However, there are some minor traffic delays over there. I think I would be better served coming back over this way to back over to 635 and take 635 back down to 20. So given that, because I'm going to end up on I-20 anyway. To get over to Casa Grande, my plan is to take 20 all the way across to where it runs into I-10 over in between Von Horn and Fort Stockton, Texas, and then take 10 the rest of the way. Alright, anyway, yeah, I think there was plenty of content on this video already, and I don't need to drag this on, so how about I call this one a day? Hope you guys got a lot of good, valuable information out of this, as always, or even some entertainment, whatever. I don't want to have laughs at Swift's expense. That kind of problem he had could have happened to me very easily, and I actually have had something like that happen, so I'm not, yeah, he's not going to end up on Bonehead Truckers. We do educational stuff here as much as we can, some entertainment as well, but, you know, just hang out with friends kind of thing, or help the less experienced drivers with whatever I can help them with. That's the goal of my channel. Alright. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop at Fuel City. I wasn't really planning on stopping at Fuel City, but I'm going to go ahead and do that so I can swap out my SD cards. and call it a day. Alright, so we'll probably have another, the next video will probably be the Walmart delivery in Casa Grande, Arizona, okay? Thanks for hanging out and watching. Yeah, we'll see you guys there in Arizona.